Hey, Jake. When are you coming home?
I'll be home in a bit.
Okay. Please make sure you are because you have an interview tomorrow.
I know. Don't worry. I'll be there before you know it. Stop worrying.
Okay, stay safe. Jake, where are you? It's been 2 hours. Jake, where are you?
Sorry, Derek was just telling a story. I promise I'll be there soon.
How drunk are you?
Not too drunk.
Where are you?
We ended up at the caravan.
I'm coming to pick you up.
Are you trying to be my mom? Should I start calling you mommy?
We're going to have a discussion tomorrow.
Whatever you say, mommy.
I can't wait for you to be employed again.
I won't disappoint you, mommy.
And I'm recording all future conversations so you can hear them when you're sober.
Hey, mommy. I need a ride home. Pretty please, with cherries and strawberries and whipped cream. And chocolate.
You realize I'm supposed to be at work in 6 hours, right?
Whoa, where did the time go?
This is becoming a really bad habit, Jake. Why don't you just stay home? I can't keep driving to pick you up when you get drunk.
Well, I can't Uber home. Not until I get a job.
If you had a job, you wouldn't be out getting drunk.
You don't have to be such a buzzkill, babe. Jeez.
Jake, you're 35 years old. Stop acting like a college boy.
That's a bit harsh, don't you think?
In the last week, I've picked you up from 3 bars after midnight because you were too drunk. This is becoming a serious habit.
Fine. I'll stay home since you're grounding me, mommy.
You're at the caravan again, right?
Yep. The guys were just about to go to karaoke, but if you don't want me to go...
Considering you rescheduled your interview since you were hungover last time, yeah, it would be best that you came home.
I guess. Buzzkill.
Be outside. How's my favorite daughter doing? I'm your only daughter, so that means I have to be your favorite, don't you think? Nonsense. I love you too much to ever think of you as anything other than amazing. So how are you? Doing okay, although I could definitely use a lot more sleep. I thought that things had slowed down. When are you going to learn that work shouldn't come first? Work has slowed down, Mom. They hired 2 new doctors, and I finished training them over a month ago. Oh, that's fantastic. I hope that they aren't asking you too many questions all day. Not at all. They're both great. So I've been able to finish work without mountains of overtime. That's so great. But why aren't you getting enough sleep? Are you and Jake planning on starting a new family? Mom? I'm really not talking about that with you. When there's something to tell, believe me, you'll be the first to hear. Okay, you can't blame me for wanting to see how gorgeous my brilliant daughter's children will be. I absolutely can blame you. Fine. So, what is keeping you from catching up with your sleep? Oh, just, No, I don't. That's why I'm asking. Jake is having a bit of a rough time with the layoff and job hunting. Oh, so you're being more supportive of him, helping him job hunt? I'll bet you're great at that too. Although I don't know why a mechanical engineer would have trouble finding work. He's not. Nearly every day he gets at least half a dozen calls about positions. So why is it disrupting your sleep? You know how guys are. It was still a bit of a blow to his ego. Like a typical guy, he's regressed a bit. Say no more. He's lucky to have such a level-headed woman. I hope he appreciates you, honey. Hey, he was there for me when I was having a hard time getting work after college. I don't have a problem with supporting him. You're both lucky, but I still think he's luckier. I'll tell him you said so. You do that. I love you, honey. Thanks, Mom. I love you too. Have a great evening. I will now that I know you're doing well. Take care.
What's this about you not getting enough sleep because of Jake?
What?
Your mother just told me you're getting stressed out because your husband has to have your help finding another job.
That's not what I told her. I've been helping him, but only because I want to help him.
His unemployment shouldn't make more work for you.
Dad, he's trying to find a job, but the market isn't exactly good for job hunters right now.
That means he has more time to perfect his resume, and he should be doing the chores and making food.
You would not say that if you tried his food. I have no idea how he survived before we married. Besides, me helping him is as close as he gets to working with someone over the day. It's good practice.
Is that so?
Yeah.
He could get that by getting a job. He told me that he turned down a job last month.
What? He didn't tell me that.
Maybe he's not working with you as well as you thought.
I'll talk to him about it. He's been drinking a bit more, so it may have slipped his mind.
Okay, honey. This conversation is not going the way I had thought. I am more concerned now.
Don't be. I'll talk to him about it. He's always been reasonable. I think his ego took a hit when he got laid off, that's all. He just didn't think it would happen to him.
That was 6 months ago. Sounds like he's becoming less mature with more time on his hands.
Don't worry, Dad. It's gonna be fine. Besides, think about how you would have enjoyed a few months off after a decade of working. I'm sure he'll be better for it. Kind of like you are much happier now that you're retired.
I guess you're right. Getting to relax after so many long, hard days over decades. I earned it.
I agree. And I'm sure he's feeling something similar. He's just regressed a bit after the shock of being unemployed. Give him a bit more time.
Okay. But don't let him take advantage of you.
I'm not, Dad. He's the same man I married 12 years ago.
As long as you feel that way, I guess I won't get too upset that he's keeping you up. Especially since your mother said you're thinking about children.
OMG, I did not say that at all. He needs to be employed and settled into a job before I'll even think about that.
Are you sure?
I need to get to work, Dad. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys later.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
I love you. Stay safe.
I love you too. And remember, don't let him use you.
Goodbye, Dad. Hi, sweetheart. How's the job hunt going?
It's going really well. I was offered one of the positions this morning.
That's fantastic! Are you going to take it?
I turned them down. They want me to start next week.
You should have said yes! Haven't you been at loose ends since your last company went under?
They didn't go under, Mom. They just lost a big project, so they needed to lay people off.
Mark my words, they will be no more in 2 years. That's what the financial forecasters are saying.
Are they really saying that about my last company?
They're saying that about companies that are having to lay people off right now. It's a sign that they didn't handle things properly during the good times.
I don't think they were... Never mind.
No, what were you going to say? You started it, now you need to finish.
I'm not worried about my last company. They let me go because I cost them more than the young people. Actually, you may have a point.
Your mother understands these things, Jake. It's best if you listen.
Well, I've been offered a few positions, but none of them seems right for me. I don't want to end up with another company that doesn't realize how good I am.
That is true. You are very good at your job, and they should realize that.
Thanks, Mom.
My son is going to excel at everything he does.
That's why I'm holding out for a better position. I don't want to take the first thing to come around and feel like I missed out on a better opportunity.
Well, that does sound like a good reason.
I did make that mistake once, and look where it got me. For my next job, I want to make sure I work for a company who is worth my time.
That is very true.
Well, I need to get going.
Don't have time to talk to your mother?
It's not that. A couple of my friends are coming over, so I need to get ready.
Oh, why didn't you tell me you and Sylvia are entertaining? Have a good time.
Thank you, Mom. I will.
Jake, can you and your friends please keep it down? Jake?
Oh, sorry, honey. But we were in the middle of a fierce fight. You can't expect me to stare at my phone.
I don't expect you to be staring at your phone. I expect you to keep it down out there.
Hey, you're the one who wanted... Yeah! Score for me! Eat it, Ben!
Jake! Please, I need to sleep.
Okay, I'll try to get everyone to quiet down. But you are the one who told me I should stay home.
Are you blaming me for you guys being too loud?
If you let me go out to the bar, we wouldn't be keeping you awake.
Yes you would. Remember how I had to come get you because you were too drunk to drive? It was getting to be almost every night, Jake.
Could have gotten a ride home.
You were the one insisting that we save money.
Then you should just let me hang out with my friends. We weren't hurting anyone.
You had job interviews.
You don't have to yell at me, jeez, Mommy.
Look, I'm trying to be understanding, but you're making it hard for me to sleep. Until you're employed again, you need to be more aware of how your actions are hurting me.
When I'm working again, you already know that I'm going to be just as responsible as I was before. Let me have my fun now. It's the vacation I haven't had for the last 2 years.
You're kidding me, right? I haven't had a vacation in 5 years. If I were, I would certainly be more respectful so that you could sleep.
Yeah, but you have a job. I don't.
That's my point. I'm trying to help you find employment, but you're becoming increasingly more immature and irresponsible.
Yeah. I'm going back to my game.
Just please keep it down out there. If I have to come out there and ask, I'm sending your friends home. I'm so sorry to do this, but are you up, Steven?
Sylvia? What's up? Are you okay?
Mostly mad and tired. I know it's late, but if it's all right with you, I'd like to take up on that offer to stay at your place for a few days.
Sure. You can come home with me after work tomorrow.
I mean, tonight.
Tonight? Really? What's wrong?
My husband and his friends are drunk and they're being obnoxious. When I asked them to be quiet, my husband said if I didn't like the noise, I could leave the house.
What? Tell me that you're exaggerating.
I wish that I could. I'm not gonna fight with him when he's drunk and thinks he needs to impress his friends by proving I'm not his boss.
Pack a bag for a couple of days. I'll send the address over, and you can stay for as long as you like.
Thank you so much, Steven. You're a lifesaver.
After everything you did to help me in school, I'm just glad I finally have a chance to pay you back.
Thank you. I'm so grateful for you. And don't worry, I promise not to mess with your bachelor lifestyle.
I'm not so bad anymore. Sounds like you're living with someone much worse right now.
Sometimes it feels that way.
That bad?
I'll tell you about it tomorrow. Right now, I just want to crash somewhere and get some sleep.
Go finish getting ready, and I'll get the guest room ready for your illustrious company.
I want to laugh, but I'm too tired.
Are you safe to drive?
At the moment, I have plenty of anger to tap into. Getting there shouldn't be a problem.
I'll make sure to stay out of your way.
As long as you don't stay up getting drunk, playing video games, and trying to have dance competitions, you're just fine.
That's a very low bar. I mean, I haven't done any of that in the last 3 years.
Thanks, Steven.
Drive safely and see you soon. Sylvia, I didn't see you in the bedroom. Where did you go?
You told me to go sleep somewhere else, so I did.
That's funny. Seriously though, where are you?
If you're still drunk, go sleep it off.
That sounds like a good idea. Make sure to wake me up. I need to decline a job tomorrow.
Go to bed, Jacob.
Yes, Mommy. Sylvia, where are you? Sylvia? I'm going to sleep. Make sure you wake me up, okay? Why didn't you wake me up? Sylvia, you made me miss my other interview, and I thought that job sounded perfect for me. Are you giving me the silent treatment? Come on, Sylvia. Act like an adult. Is this because of what I said when I was drunk last night? Are you trying to teach me a lesson? Fine. I can admit that I was wrong. I shouldn't have done that. We should have been quieter. But I wasn't wrong about everything. If you didn't insist on me being home, we wouldn't have kept you up last night. Besides, you know how I get when I've been drinking. I regressed a bit. You can't blame me for what I said. Besides, I didn't mean it. I was just joking. I didn't mean that you should actually leave so that you could sleep. We quieted down less than an hour later. Seriously? This is so immature. You don't have to call me back, but you should at least text me. This is just so beneath you, Sylvia. What would your patients say if they knew that you thought it was a good idea to ignore your husband after an argument? Don't you think you're being a little too sensitive? Fine, two can play that game. I'm not going to respond to you when you need me either. And if I want to go out, I will.
Are you kidding me? I just got out of surgery and you've been blowing up my phone. 153 missed calls and a series of texts blaming me for reacting to your reprehensive behavior? Fine, if you want to go out and drink, don't expect me to pick you up. Order a car and get your own ride home.
Oh, thank God you're talking to me. I was just upset since you weren't responding.
Yeah, I'm at work, Jake. Apparently you forgot that people can't immediately respond when they're at work. Boy, you've been unemployed for too long. Your behavior has become inexcusable.
I'm just out of sorts. How would you like it if you were laid off?
Well, part of my response wouldn't be to keep you awake so you get only a few hours of sleep before work.
It's only temporary.
It's been half a year, and I know you've turned down multiple jobs so you can wait for the right one.
I don't want to get laid off again, so I'm being picky. Can't blame me for that. Besides, if you would have come home to wake me up, I wouldn't have missed the interview with the company that sounded perfect for me. So you have to admit you're partly to blame too.
I don't even have the patience to deal with your antics right now. I'm going back to work.
Good luck. Oh, and since you got so pissy about last night, I'm going out tonight. You should be able to catch up on your sleep. Have a good day, honey. And I do want to hear about where you went last night. Talk to you later. Do I keep missing you? I didn't see you before I headed out yesterday. I want to make sure we sit down to talk tonight, so make sure you come home on time.
I'm not sure if I'll be home tonight. They've put me on longer shifts for a week.
What? Why?
Have you not paid attention to the news?
I mean, I've been up with business and stocks.
There was a pile-up on the freeway. We're getting people choppered in. I'm probably not going to be home for a few days at least. I said that I could be available for the next week or so.
Why would you do that?
I didn't want to keep crimping your lifestyle.
What are you talking about? I love having you home. Who else would help me take care of my interviews and get home safely?
Wow. If you feel that way, you could move back in with your mother. Because it doesn't sound to me like you want a wife right now.
Are you still mad at me? I thought we resolved this already.
Look back over your messages, Jake. At what point did you ever apologize for anything?
I said I was sorry.
No, you said you were drunk and that I was being too sensitive. At no point did you actually express remorse for being a complete and utter jerk.
That's a bit harsh.
Not nearly so harsh as being told to go somewhere else to sleep because your unemployed spouse wants to be an obnoxious drunk for his friends.
That's just uncalled for.
I'm getting back to work.
You still haven't told me where you went. Seriously, Sylvia? Where did you go that night? Should I be concerned? Are you cheating on me?
Are you kidding me right now? I'm trying to calm down from a highly stressful day and you're blaming me for what you did? Should you be concerned? Absolutely. Am I cheating on you? That conclusion doesn't even make sense. I did what you told me to do, proving you were in control of the relationship in front of your friends. Welcome to the world you've made when they aren't around. I'm going back to work. Don't text me. I'll text you.
This is ridiculous. It was a joke. Why are you acting like this? Fine. I guess I'll see you whenever you work out whatever is going on with you. Sylvia, what is this I hear about you and Jake fighting? I thought you would be more mature in a fight, but he says you aren't even responding to him.
First off, I'm at work, taking care of patients injured in the pileup, so dealing with Jake isn't my priority.
Oh, he didn't mention that. Still, you shouldn't put work before your marriage. How will you raise a family if you work all the time?
What about my drinking buddies? Should they be my priorities?
What drinking buddies? How can you have time to go out drinking? Is that why Jake hasn't seen you in a few days?
Oh, clearly he hasn't told you that he's spending his nights drinking with his buddies. It's gotten to be every night. When I asked him to stay home, he invited them over and they kept me up several nights in a row. When I finally asked them to keep it down, your son told me that if I didn't like it, I should sleep somewhere else.
What? He wouldn't do that. We raised him better than that. His mother said he was getting lots of job offers.
Yes, apparently he does, and he's turned all of them down, too. Since I haven't been waking his drunk butt up in the morning, he's missed at least one interview, and he blamed me for that.
He turned down a job?
He's turned down at least half a dozen. If you would like, I can send you the screenshots.
Hold on, Sylvia. I'm gonna have to talk with my son.
I'm not gonna stop you, but right now I need to go get some sleep. I don't have time to deal with this.
I understand. I'll make sure he does too.
Stay safe, Mr. Turner.
You too. Hey, Sylvia. This is Derek, Jake's friend.
Hi, Derek. What do you want?
I just wanted to apologize. Jake said you were upset and overreacting to our joke. Then I talked to my wife and, wow, she tore into me.
Ah, right. Because none of you has the ability to analyze your actions. You need a woman to point out why you were wrong.
I understand you're upset, but Jake really wants to talk to you. He's very sorry.
Why? Did he talk to your wife too? Because clearly I'm too emotional and sensitive to be reliable in this situation.
Well, you weren't exactly rational when you started yelling at us.
You're right. What was I thinking? Who believes they should be able to sleep at night when they have to work the next day? Your drunken antics should have given you all pass.
Is that sarcasm?
Wow. Jake never told me how smart his friends are. Maybe I should just be a doormat for you guys.
I'm starting to see Jake's point. You're blowing this all out of proportion.
Oh, good. Make sure you comfort Jake during his time of need. I've got some serious thinking to do. You know, when I'm not busy trying to keep half a dozen people alive.
What's that supposed to mean?
Did Jake not tell you I'm a doctor? And I work at Regional?
Wait, are you one of the doctors taking care of the accident victims?
What difference does that make?
Holy crap! If we would have known, we wouldn't have kept you up at night. I know that doctors need their sleep.
Really? So me being a doctor means that you respect me, but if I had a lower position, you guys keeping me up wasn't entirely disrespectful and immature.
You're right. I contacted you to apologize.
Yeah, and you ended up further angering me. Don't contact me again.
Why didn't you tell me your wife was a doctor? What? Why would I tell you guys that? Because we shouldn't have kept her up, dude. If I would have known, I would have been quieter. Thus proving her right. Really? That's what you have to say about it? You were okay with keeping your wife from sleeping. What if she made a mistake and killed someone? She could have killed someone driving too. Her job is irrelevant. Oh my god, she was right. I think I'm starting to understand why she was so angry. Man, you really messed up. I wasn't the only one being loud. But it was your house. So, that doesn't mean I was the only one at fault. Wait, how do you know what my wife does? I contacted her to apologize. Please tell me you're joking. No, my wife agreed with her, so I wanted to tell her that I was sorry. Then she got mad and told me never to contact her again. It was just a joke. I know, but maybe when she's trying to sleep isn't the right time to be doing that. I mean, it does seem pretty disrespectful. You're only saying that because she's a doctor. It does put things into perspective. Well, she won't be home for a while because of work. What do you say? Party at my place? I don't know. We can invite strippers. Oh, dude, that would be awesome. I'll start letting the others know. While the cat's away, right? Yeah, it'll just be like college. Our youth restored. Tell your wife you have a sudden business trip. Oh, that's a great idea. I'll send the deets in a bit.
Hey, Mom. Just wanted to let you know I'm doing okay. It's been a long week, but things are finally calming down. Hey, honey. It's so good to hear from you. I figured you were busy, but I wanted to contact you so badly. Thank you for not. It's been hectic enough without anyone else trying to chat. Why? What's been going on? Is Jake still relying on you to help him with his job hunting when you're already busy? I don't even want to talk about him. How are you and Dad doing?
We're fine, but don't change the subject. What's happening with you and Jake?
Can't we talk about it some other time?
Now that you've brought it up, you know that I won't be able to stop worrying.
I haven't seen him in over a week. We got into a fight, then the accident happened. I haven't been home in a while.
Oh my goodness! Did you finally tell him he needs to accept one of the job offers?
I wish it had been something so important. No, but I really don't want to talk about it. If you're really curious, I'll send you texts from our conversation after it happened.
I would rather hear it from you. But I guess if you're really going to refuse to talk about it, I'll have to make do with the texts.
All right. I'm actually kind of looking forward to sleeping in my own bed. I love you, Mom. Tell Dad I said hi.
Of course, sweetheart. Have a good night. Why didn't you tell me you were coming home last night?
The only thing I have to say to you is that the divorce papers will be delivered as soon as my lawyer finishes putting them together.
Sylvia, you know that I've been stressed lately, and you haven't been coming home. How was I supposed to know that you'd be home last night?
Really? That's what you're going to say? I caught you in our bed with a stripper, and you're gonna act like it's my fault?
You refused to tell me where you were. You wouldn't come home. What else was I supposed to think? Clearly you've been sleeping around. You can't expect me to just wait for you when you're being so unreasonable.
Tell yourself whatever you have to say. I really don't care anymore.
Look, I know that wasn't the best way to see each other again after the last week. I can acknowledge that I am partly to blame.
Oh wow, what a big man.
What am I supposed to say? You started sleeping around first. I don't want to be the husband who just takes it.
Oh, believe me, you won't be taking anything from me now. Just so you know, I hired a cleaning service to make sure the place is spotless.
Isn't that irresponsible since I'm unemployed?
No. I have a real estate agent coming in this afternoon, so I want to make sure the house is pristine for the listing.
What? You can't just sell the house. We have to agree on it.
My parents gifted it to me. It's in my name, and your name isn't on it anywhere. I'll abide by whatever the lawyer says I have to pay you for the sale, but there is no way I'm staying in a place where you belittled, embarrassed, and cheated on me. Unless you want to buy it from me.
I can't do that. Remember, I don't have a job.
I do remember. You've had so many opportunities to fix that, but you've decided to be a child again. I put up with it long enough.
You can't just leave me over a misunderstanding.
You slept with a stripper. That is not a misunderstanding. That's you being disrespectful and hateful. Congrats! You proved my dad right. He never liked you, and now I'll have to admit it to him. He was right about you.
You'll never find someone as good as me.
Oh, please. The bar is so low with you that it would be hard to find someone worse, actually. Please start packing your things. I'm putting the house on the market by the end of the week, and you have to be gone by then.
You can't just kick me out of my house.
Thanks to the noise complaints from your parties, it should be actually pretty easy to get you out of there. The harder you make it for me to sell the house, the worse it will be for you, buddy.
Is that a threat?
I'm just telling you to go quietly. Something I know you have trouble with. Or I'll tell your parents what happened. And, I have pictures too, so don't push me on this.
You can't do that!
It's called evidence for the divorce. My drunken slob of a husband cheated on me while I was taking care of patients in the ICU. The photo is just the icing on the cake.
This isn't fair! I rely on you!
Yeah, way too much now. Guess we'll see how long your parents will put up with it. Something tells me not very long. Make sure to sign the papers, by the way. Unless you want me to show everyone why it's very much your fault for the divorce.
I can't believe you would do this to me over something so small.
I can't believe that I didn't realize what you were before now. I feel like such an idiot.
You're an idiot if you divorce me.
Oh, that's a good one. I'll make sure to include that in the screenshot to your parents. Good luck, Jake. Although something tells me you will need a lot more than luck. I sold my house in less than a month. Although I did have to give some of it to my husband. He didn't hold on to it for long. He kept holding parties, first at his parents' house, then at his friend's house when his parents kicked him out of their home. I haven't bothered to keep up with him since the divorce was finalized. Stephen eventually admitted that he had feelings for me, but he didn't think that he was good enough. After seeing the way my ex treated me, he admitted he felt that he could do much better. We dated for a little over a year before he proposed, and I finally think I may have found someone who understands what I really need.